Holy shit, people, I've just found someone who literally wishes he was Steve Shives. Look at the way he turned. Look at it. Just look at that turn. Look at it. You see? All of the arrogance, but none of the mangina swagger that makes Steve the way Steve is. Sorry, mate, you're just not on his level.
Hello, and welcome to Why Do Anti-Feminists Hate Feminism?
Oh, listen to that charisma, man. He oozes it. It's like a volcano. It just gushes charisma like lava.
Part 2. Series 2. Number 2? This is the second video I'm looking at. It's not my second video that I've done on the topic, so it's not really the second part. You get the idea.
No, I don't get the idea at all, mate. I do have an idea that it might be a response to Sargon of Akkad's Why Do People Hate Feminists? I think that's what it is, isn't it? But because you're so full of charisma, full of that Aussie wit and charm that makes people like Baring just so amazing, you know, honestly, I'm riveted. I've got your full attention, totally. No.
Hello everyone, this is Champion. Ugh! Damn it, I can't see a thing in this.
Why Do Anti-Feminists Hate Feminism? Subtitled, Sargon's Inability to Research.
Oh, I see, yeah, this is just how Sargon can completely not research at all. Yeah, he's just totally terrible at it. You know what? I'm going to take your word for it, because listen and believe and all that.
Because that's basically what this is. Just a big documentation of how god-awful that man is at doing research.
Oh really? Are you sure? I thought it was about how people dislike feminism, but, you know, I'm going to take your word for it. Listen and believe and all that, Michael, you know? Oh, I see you've got an Adventure Time t-shirt. That's just another reason why I don't watch that show anymore.
Just depressingly bad.
Yeah, man, Adventure Time, it's depressingly bad nowadays. Depressingly bad. I mean, just look at fucking Pendleton Ward here with Anita, your Lord and Saviour. Just look at him. And then I look at you, and then I realise how this whole recording session is going to be desperately bad.
Before we start, I'd like to reflect on the previous series by taking a look at some of the more well-reasoned, amiable, legitimate criticisms of my videos.
So before we actually do get on topic, which by the way must have been about a whole minute of off-topic bullshit, because you know these people do not know how to make a YouTube video, we have to talk not about the legitimate criticisms of feminism that Sargon has, but the legitimate criticisms that Michael has of Sargon, or maybe feminism. But he has legitimate criticisms of something, and we have to hear this first, because Michael is very important, and Michael will not stand for this oppression because I am currently calling him out for not being on topic. And I'm blaming you, subs. It's your fault. You're my army after all. I control you to these people. I control you. So how dare you tell him to get on topic and to just get on with the show? How dare you? Stop oppressing him. Stop fucking oppressing him, man. Fucking hell.
I'm just joking. I'm just pulling your leg. It's just a bunch of bullshit flung forth from the pulsating arsehole that is the manosphere. Take a look.
Oh, you sick liar, you fucking arsehole. How dare you do that to me? How dare you? You have just offended me. I hope you're happy now, Michael.
Fun, wasn't it?
No, it was quite boring, really. Just totally boring. But, because it's you, Michael, I'm now going to change my opinion before, like a good SJW, and say it was absolutely riveting. Absolutely riveting. It was so funny. Loved the music. Loved the t-shirt, Michael. But you see, I have a little thing that keeps pecking my head, and that is, how do you know they're from the MRM? How do you know they're from the manosphere? That's what I want to know. They're just people on the internet who disagree with you, or trolls. I actually couldn't tell whether or not some of them were trolls or not, but how do you know? You can't read their minds, Michael. I'm just saying.
Right, enough of that. Let's get on to this pulsating arsehole. I mean, totally awesome, cool guy that I definitely want to be friends with.
And that's exactly what we all think of you, Michael. Exactly what we think about you. Truly, you are an awesome dude, man.
Welcome to part 2 of Why Does Everyone Hate Feminism? The first reason that people hate feminism is that feminists hate men. And they hate men because of something they call the patriarchy. Of course, before we can go any further, we need
to add the joke at the end of that sentence. Just thought I'd add the context there because, you know, Michael seemed to forget that sometimes these things are relevant.
to define our terms. What is a patriarchy? Now, any normal person would probably go and look for the standard English definition. So when a feminist says to the uninitiated that we live in a patriarchy, they're thinking that a patriarchy is a form of social organisation in which the father is the supreme authority in the family, clan or tribe, and descent is reckoned in the male line, with the children belonging to the father's clan or tribe. And by the second definition, this produces a society, community or country based on this social organisation.
Alright, so that's what a patriarchy is. What is Michael's retort, do you reckon, people?
If you type patriarchy definition into Google, literally the second definition that comes up right at the top of the fucking page is a system of society or government in which men hold the power and women are largely excluded from it.
Yes, you're right, Michael, and do you want to know why that is the second definition that you see on Google? Because Google happens to be run by a lot of people who kind of fall into your kind of category, the SJW, the feminist. So automatically the search engine is going to use these biased terms that aren't actually even in the dictionary themselves because of an agenda. I mean, just if you type in Gamergate, for example, it has an incredibly biased definition from the Wikipedia article, which is well known for being ran by SJW moderators and is incredibly biased. Gamergate refers to the controversy around a harassment campaign orchestrated primarily through the use of Twitter hashtag Gamergate concerning issues of sexism and progressivism in video game culture. Even though, as we all know, Gamergate was a consumer revolt against the gaming press for what we saw as unethical standards within their practices, not necessarily because of sexism and not necessarily because of progressivism. Can you not see that the search engine, the algorithm, is inherently biased towards your definition, between your politics? But what Sargon used was a non-political dictionary.reference.com definition, which is what you'll probably find in most dictionaries, because you know the actual definition of words is extremely important and not the definition that you lot have tacked onto it. Just saying.
I went to the link that he provided of his definition that he found, and this was the third definition on the list, but he cut it off before he put it into his video.
Now, any normal person would probably go and look for the standard English definition. So when a feminist says to the uninitiated that we live in a patriarchy, they're thinking that a patriarchy is a form of social organisation in which the father is the supreme authority in the family, clan or tribe, and descent is reckoned in the male line, with the children belonging to the father's clan or tribe. And by the second definition, this produces a society, community or country based on this social organisation.
Do you even listen to the quotes that you take out of Sargon's videos or any videos that you respond to? He's not even talking about feminist definitions, he's talking about what a normal person thinks of when they hear patriarchy, and that is a definition that most people think is patriarchal. Remember, most people are not feminists, most people are not anti-feminists, most people are just normal, they're not really interested in this. So this is what they think when we talk to them about this. That's what he's saying. Do you not even listen, Michael? Do you have ears?
What a deceptive prick. Just the biggest, deceptivest prick you've ever met. God, dude,
Oh, yeah, I mean, talking about the normal definition that a normal person would think of when they hear the word patriarchy, if they're asked to define it. Oh, I mean, seriously. Wow, so deceptive, so deceptive. He cut it out because it wasn't relevant to that point. Wow.
Later on in the video, he does this. Oh, no, wait, I don't want to ruin it. It's awesome. He one-ups himself. He 10-ups himself. You just wait, it's delicious.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Australian Golem.
Ups himself. You just wait, it's delicious. So basically everything from this point on is irrelevant because he's attacking the wrong definition of patriarchy.
Yeah, considering the fact that that definition was not being attacked, and the point was that this is what normal people think of, or non-feminists or non-anti-feminists think of.
But he makes a bunch of stupid claims anyway, so I'll go ahead and point out why those are wrong.
And yeah, in a 5-minute video about a 23-minute video, effort. Who cares about effort?
Again.
That is every anti-feminist YouTuber's reaction to idiotic feminists.
He should pay me to be his editor. Like that's ever gonna happen.
Oh, you're a comedian, mate. You're a comedian. You're the next Jim Jeffries. Truly, you are amazing. You make me laugh.
This is going to sound quite counterintuitive to anyone who lives in the Western world, and they'll probably take to Google to see if they can find any kind of evidence to corroborate the feminist assertion that we live in a patriarchy. The first thing that they're going to discover is that marriage rates are sharply on the decline. The next thing they'll discover is that over a quarter of families are single-parent households, and the overwhelming majority of these households will be led by single mothers. They'll probably also discover that women control approximately 20% of the US government.
A whole 20%? Hide your kids! Hide your fucking husband! The women are taking over!
Yeah, because in a calm, deliberate manner, that's exactly what Sargon was insinuating, and not just explaining the statistics. Wow, amazing, isn't it, people? Amazing. He's totally the one flipping out. I mean, just look at this. Totally not flipping out. Totally not flipping out. Just, hey, under control. Under control.
I googled this figure, and I found something rather humorous. The US are number 69. 69.
Oh god, what an absolute sexist thing to say about women in politics. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Go and flagellate yourself in the altar of Gloria Steinem, you horrible, sexist, misogynist, chauvinist pig.
No, that's not the humorous part. That's not the humorous part. The US are number 69 in the top ranking percentage of women in their government list. Now, that's fine. But the US ranks behind such countries as Tajikistan, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Uganda. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The US have less percentage of women in their government than Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Uganda.
This suggests only two things. One, that these countries have political parties where there's a lot of women in these parties, or maybe women choose to go into politics more in these countries, because as we know, women in America and in a lot of countries in the West, they do not really want to be politicians. They want to vote, as evidenced, they are more likely to vote than men. This suggests maybe a cultural difference. It may also be that maybe because in America, the Republican Party is currently in Congress, I think. I can't remember what they call it, but they've had their midterms and the Republicans won it again. Maybe the Republicans simply do not have as much women as these political parties in these countries, and that has been the causal factor in this drop to 69. But this does not prove that America is more sexist than these countries who have questionable human rights records. In fact, I think you'll find that this is not really relevant because this is not what Sargon is on about.
But no. Women in the West have nothing to complain about. They have equality. They've totally got equality. We should be focusing on the women in the East. Why aren't feminists fucking over there trying to solve all their problems?
You know what? He's right. We do not have gender equality in the West. But it's not what he thinks it is. He thinks we do not have numerical equality. And he's right. We do not have 50% of everything. Because 50% of everything is impossible. Equality is just impossible because we take different career options. More men prefer to go into politics in the West than women. Women prefer doing more social work and nursing type jobs than men do. And you can't stop that. We have the freedom of choice in this society to do what we want to do. Now, legal rights, on the other hand, men simply do not have as many rights as women do there. But hey, apparently women are oppressed.
It's because everyone over here is sorted. There's no problems at all. Fuck off, you dickhead.
Wow, quality. Absolutely quality, Michael. Yeah, riveting commentary on Sargon. That totally debunked his video. I mean, you know what? Yeah, there are no problems, according to feminists. No gender problems whatsoever. And now you may be thinking, Mitch, how can you say that? Well, you see, the simple fact of the matter is, feminists say there are no problems in regards to men. Because every time we ask them, can you name us a right that men have that women do not have? They can't answer it. They know full well that equality has been achieved for women in regards to men. But in other fronts, however, and this is where the weird contradiction is, men do not have reproductive rights. We do not have rights to our bodily integrity. We are shafted in the courts. We live shorter lives and do harder work. Although thankfully in my country we have since equalised the retirement age, much to women's chagrin. So yeah, make of that what you will. But you know what? There's no problems. MRAs and egalitarians say there are no problems whatsoever. Yeah, whatever. And I can't believe that this guy only made a 5-minute video and a 23-minute video. And the excuse is... So yeah, part 2 apparently. Part 2. He could have just made one long video about the 23 minutes. But we all know that cherry picking certain parts of a video is much better than actually debating the video. So hey, whatever people. This is the end of today's video. I will see you all later.